a ton of reviews, obviously making a lot of money, $213,000 a month. The leather toiletry bag on Amazon is making over $960,000 a month. And by the way, this is accurate. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I decided to do another product research video specifically for Shopify. And I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what? Let's make a video, and we are going to be going deep into some Shopify Live product research, finding profitable products to sell and to build successful Shopify stores from. So you can follow along, and you can also see the absolute best ways to actually find a profitable product, as opposed to so many other videos out there. I don't show BS research methods. I show things that I actually do myself, and that I would do if I were to find a new product, right now. So let's get right into it. I'm super excited today. I honestly love doing product research. I love seeing all the different kinds of products out there that I can sell and potentially make 6 figures and 7 figures in passive income, because you find one product from any of these methods, and you go and you build a brand around it, you build a store around it. I'm going to talk about how to do that. It's not super hard. I think it sounds a lot harder than it is, but you do that, and you can really take one product and build it into a 6-figure, multi-6 figure, and 7-figure empire. And that's what so many people around the world are doing with e-commerce every single day, and every single month, every single year nowadays, is because e-commerce is booming. It's rising. There's never been a better time to get into e-commerce, get into Shopify, no matter where you're from, no matter how much experience you have, no matter if you're from Canada, the States, from Europe, from Asia, right? Online business and the internet has opened up a world of opportunities to people all around the world. So I'm happy you're here with me today. As you can see, I am excited. If you don't know me, welcome to my channel. My name is Dan Vass. I do e-commerce. It's basically what I've been living and breathing for the past 4 years almost. I've been selling products online on Amazon, FBA, and Shopify, building physical product brands since 2017 when I first got started. The reason why I got started is because I wanted financial abundance in my life. I wanted to make passive income, and I also wanted location independence most of all. And these 3 things I've achieved, and much, much more. And I honestly love it. I love my life. I'm very happy. Like right after I film this video, I'm about to take my motorcycle. I'm going to take it to Las Vegas, and I'm going to go and bet $5,000 on black on the roulette. And I'm going to film that as well, so you guys can watch that video as well. But it's allowed me to have this freedom where I'm able to just take my bike, cruise across the desert, and just hit up Vegas whenever I want. And that's just one of the things, right? It's also allowed me to become a multimillionaire early on in my 20s. And it's a huge accomplishment. It's massive. This is something that if you really wanted this for yourself, if you have that desire, and that's what I had when I started. I had this deep, deep desire to succeed, to build a successful business, to get rich, and to have financial abundance so I never have to worry about money for the rest of my life. If you have that deep desire, that's the first step. Now, the next step is to actually, put it into practice and follow in the proven steps of people who have done what you want to do before, which I have done what a lot of people want to do. I've sold millions of dollars in physical products online. I just recently posted up one of our brands. We posted up the numbers, the revenue numbers. We did like 2K, 1.5K a day. And we also recently hit $1 million valuation. The brand is called Broday. You can check it out, broday.co. We're also selling on Amazon. So you can check that out on my YouTube. It's in my community tab. I'm always investing in new brands and growing new brands. So this is kind of what I do on the side of the YouTube thing. But cool. I'm really excited. Let's get right into it. All right. So for today's product research, we're going to be using a free tool called Ecom Radar. This is a tool that our software team created at Ecom Freedom, which is my company, where we help people all around the world start successful online businesses with Shopify and Amazon. And, we've been in business for several years. We've helped thousands of people around the world. So I actually created this tool for free, honestly, because for my own product research, there were other tools out there. There's like Turbo Ad Finder that existed before. They were really buggy and glitchy. And so we have a world-class software team. We have incredible developers. And so I just got them to build this. It's completely free. So make sure to grab it. The link is down below. So once you have it, the next step is to go on Facebook, which I'm on. And then you just want to click on Ecom Radar. And it's going to ask you to create an account. So you can just fill in your information to create that account. And again, we never abuse your personal information. Believe me, I hate spam. I hate all that BS, and we don't clog up people's emails. I'm not about that. If we are to send you an email, it's going to be pure value, and it's going to be, I basically send like once a week, I send out an email of pure value of like things that actually are helping me in my own journey to success and increasing my success and growing my e-commerce empire as well. So there you go. So let's go ahead and enable Ecom Radar. And what this does is it will only show us ads on Facebook. This is basically the opposite of ad blocker. Most people, they don't want to see ads on the internet, but for us e-commerce entrepreneurs and e-commerce sellers, aspiring e-commerce sellers, we want to see ads because ads are the best way to actually find new products that we can build Shopify stores from. So right away, I already see a product here. Looking for a better way to declutter your bathroom. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's a sticky shelf. Boom. It's $59.99. It's a great price. So, what you're looking at is you're looking at the website. You're looking at how professional it is. So this one looks like it's brand new. They just launched. The homepage is pretty nice. I'm pretty impressed. So one amazing tool that also you're going to need to use, or that's going to really help you in your product research journey, is Alexa Site Rank. So it looks like this. Now what Alexa Site Rank is it's Amazon's free tool. You can also just go on Google and type in Alexa Site Rank. And what that does is it shows us the traffic rank of the website. And why that is so important is because basically how it works is it ranks all of the websites around the world from a scale of 1, up until like into the millions, however many websites there are. So if we see that there's an Alexa traffic rank of 180,000, well, that means that we can kind of say that yes, this website could potentially be making money. The thing about Shopify is that with this tool, we don't know exactly how much money a website is making. There is no way for us to actually see how much money any Shopify site is making because obviously store owners aren't making that information available. That's why we want to use something like Alexa Site Rank, which basically gives us a binary answer, meaning that either the website is making money if the traffic rank is decent, and decent means under 200,000, or it's not making any money, meaning that the traffic rank is going to be above 200,000. So if the site rank was like 500,000 or 700,000, we can assume that the website's not making any money and the product potentially could be a no-go. But in this case, I could see that the product is interesting and I'm very interested. By the way, to source this product, you can easily source this from Alibaba or AliExpress as well if you want to drop ship. So if we go to AliExpress, we type in sticky shelf. As you can see, $11, $6, $8, right? So there's a lot of different options. And it also doesn't mean you have to specifically source this one. This just gives us an idea, right? The thing about product research, really the key here is to get your brain moving and get your brain really thinking about new e-commerce ideas and new niches. So like I wouldn't be able to just wake up, get out of my bed and say, aha, sticky shelf. It's just not how my brain works. I wouldn't say I'm a super creative person in that way. So that's why Ecom Radar helps so much. There we got my friend Nick, who's targeting me with his ads. I restore hair growth system, right? So this looks like some kind of a very proprietary item. So we're going to skip it because likely it's something that's patented, and I can just tell. So it's going to be hard to source from AliExpress. Okay, so some kind of a very special razor. So let's click on it. All right, so here we are, the Single Edge 2.0. So it looks like a metal razor, and I'm sure if we went on AliExpress, we could also find it as well. So the Ecom Radar, honestly, the best way to look for products, and it's free. So many YouTubers out there, they talk about all these tools like Dropship, Ad Spy, Dropship Shark. I don't even know. I'm making these up right now. But the truth is, I've tried these tools. These tools, they'll all have the exact same gimmicky products on them. They'll have the blackhead removers, they'll have the posture correctors, the fidget spinners, all the same gimmicky product. And so, we're really not about that here. What I teach is what I do in my own brands is I'm always long-term. So with any e-commerce brand that I'm building, I always go for the long term. And so it's really hard to build something long term if you are going to sell some blackhead remover, some gimmicky thing from China that you wouldn't even use on yourself, right? So that's why Ecom Radar is so good, because it gives us actual e-commerce product ideas that we can take a look. So Derma Dry, hyperhidrosis is more common than you think. So that's it's like the medical, and so I would stay away from that. Fantasy fixture, so this one's like a shower massage panel with LED shower head. Honestly, if you do this for 30 minutes, you'll find so many products. So this one's a stress canceling wearable, I'm not really sure what this is, a wearable headphone. All right, let's keep going. So a hand massager, that's really cool. See, the thing about this, again, you always have to ask yourself, would this product be something that I would actually use myself? And even though you might not be the target market, so like myself, I don't think I would be the target market for this. Honestly, I probably would not stick my hand into a machine just to get a massage. I'd rather just go get a real massage. But you have to use common sense. So how you do that is you always want to make sure you get samples whenever you're talking to suppliers, whenever you're getting your product, and all about samples and all about those steps, like the next steps of building your Shopify business. I actually covered that on my channel. I have plenty of videos. I've got an entire Shopify playlist that you can check out. The link is down below, which is basically like a mini course on how to get started with your Shopify store, how to build a brand and scale it to 6 to 7 figures per year in sales. So you can check that out. But make sure you finish watching this video because I still haven't gotten into the best product research techniques. All right, so the next best way to find a profitable product to start selling would be to actually leverage Amazon. And how we do that, Amazon, obviously the #1 e-commerce site in the world, And we're not selling on Amazon in this specific video. I have plenty of Amazon videos on my channel. It's a great business as well. But you can actually use Amazon's curated list. So they've got a curated list called the Movers and Shakers list, which you can just go on Google and type in Amazon Movers and Shakers. And then once you click there, what this does is it actually shows you all of the products that are basically the biggest gainers in sales rank over the past 24 hours, meaning that they're really trending right now. And you can really make a lot of money selling trending products on Shopify. Again, you want to be careful that you're not selling something gimmicky. You want to make sure that the product is actually going to be valuable and you're building a real brand that you can stand behind, a brand that you can be proud of if you tell your friends and family about it, right? So I'm on the Amazon Movers and Shakers list, so let's go ahead and click on beauty. Let's take a look. So obviously we don't want to sell anything like Q-tips, anything big like that. Okay, so this one looks interesting. So it's a leather toiletry bag, 10.5 inch, okay? And then the tool that I use to actually see how much money a product is making on Amazon is Jungle Scout. So Jungle Scout is by far the best tool, and it actually really helps with Shopify as well. You might be wondering, why do I need a tool for Amazon if I'm going to sell on Shopify? Well, the reason why Jungle Scout is so helpful is because as a Shopify beginner, as a Shopify entrepreneur, like I said, there's no way for us to actually see how much money products are making online. You can't just go on a website, on a Shopify store, and see, like, it's not on display. You can use Alexa Site Rank to see what the traffic rank is, and again, it's binary, so either the product is making money or it's not, depending on if the traffic rank is below or above 200,000, I would say approximately. And again, it's a very approximate guess, right? So the next best way to actually see how much money a product is making online in general is by using a tool like Jungle Scout, because Jungle Scout shows us what the monthly revenue is of a product. So obviously, if we see that a leather toiletry bag on Amazon is making over $960,000 a month, and by the way, this is accurate. So Jungle Scout, I've used this since the beginning of my e-commerce career or journey, and Jungle Scout has been the most accurate tool out of any other tool out there. So you can trust these numbers. It's accurate. So yes, $960K a month. Obviously, they got a lot of reviews, but so that's an idea right there. To get Jungle Scout at the cheapest possible price available anywhere, you can find the link down below. It's ecomfreedom.com/Jungle Scout. Reason why we got the cheapest link is because I know the CEO, Greg. I'm good friends with him, and I also know a lot of people at the company. Just because I've been in the business for so long, I've been using the tool for so long, and I've been loving it. I don't recommend a lot of tools, and I basically reached out to them and said, hey, can you guys give us a special discount for my audience, because I want to make sure that you're using your startup budget wisely. And so what I'd like to do is, if the product isn't making money, cool. That means that we can go on AliExpress, we can check it out. Obviously, you want to kind of ask yourself, how competitive is this product really? And to see that, you can always go on Amazon and you can just type in, for example, leather toiletry bag, okay? And if you see the product has like, over 10,000 reviews, a lot of reviews, and it's a lot of the same, well then, it's too competitive on Amazon. Doesn't mean you can't sell it on Shopify, but that's really a call that you have to make. Maybe you'll find a newer version or a better version of the leather toiletry bag. You can actually go and start selling that, as long as the product has a wow factor. The wow factor is so important on Shopify because the kinds of ads that we're running, so on Facebook, the ads that we're running, people go on Facebook and they scroll through the ads. You want to make sure that the product wows them so that they stop during their day, they just stop scrolling and they look at the ad. All right, so that's the first step. And then obviously, when they go on your website, you want to make sure your website is good and all that, which I talk about in my Shopify complete tutorial that you got on my channel, my free training. So leather toiletry bag, that's just an example. But what I like to do is we'll go to another product. All right, so we got this titanium trim hair cutting tool. So what I like to do is I like to scroll down, and I like to look at this section right here. So recommended based on items you viewed and 4 stars and above. This section is golden. I found so many successful products that have made me money just by looking at this section right here. And what you do is you literally go down the rabbit hole of Amazon. So for example, I see here there's this finishing touch, flawless eyebrow hair remover, right? A ton of reviews, obviously making a lot of money. If you look at Jungle Scout, 213,000 a month. Again, I want to remind you, that's not something that's impossible for you to achieve. You might think that's ridiculous, and yes, to a beginner, that is ridiculous. That's a lot. But when I reached these numbers, I was honestly shocked, but I was also like, yeah, well, that makes sense. If you do e-commerce for so long, imagine where you'd be if you started a year ago. Imagine where you'd be today if you had been learning this and you just been, basically putting in at least part-time hours to full-time hours, just doing Shopify, just learning about e-commerce and getting your business up and running. Imagine where you'd be today if you started a year ago. Imagine where you'll be next year if you start today. So these are some things that are so important to think about. So this flawless facial massage ice roller, I really like this one. Low price point, but the great part about Shopify is that you can set your price point. Obviously, you want to make sure that it's reasonable. You want to make sure that it makes sense. If it's a premium product, you can make it more expensive. But this you can easily find on AliExpress. You just go on, type in ice roller. So this one's making $5,000 a month, which is still good, right? Imagine if you make 5 to 10K a month from your Shopify store in sales, right? And then over time you optimize that for profit to a point where you're making 5K a month in profit, 10K a month in profit. I call 10K a month the freedom number. If you have a business that's making you 10K a month in profit, which with e-commerce, that's roughly a 20K a month in sales business, you have freedom because now you can travel the world, you have passive income, you're making money when you sleep. That's the great part about e-commerce as well, is that when you're sleeping, you can still make sales. You have a 24/7 sales page up and running, a 24/7 shop that never closes, as opposed to a retail store where obviously customers have to go there, they have to drive, take time out of their day, and then also they can only go and buy items between certain hours, right? So e-commerce really is unbeatable, and it's the best time to get into this right now. So Ice Roller, and if we go down to the rabbit hole, you can see there's so many other different versions of Ice Rollers, like this one right here, upgraded Ice Roller. It's different. It's like white, I guess. So if I open a Jungle Scout, okay, it's not making too much money. So that tells us right there, this is not a good product. It probably doesn't have a lot of demand. We've got a green one right here, so let's take a look at this one. And a lot of people ask me, so, if a product is selling on Amazon, does that mean that I can't sell it on Shopify? No, because on Shopify, if you brand the product well and you make sure the logo is super nice, you make sure the website is super nice, then you really put yourself ahead. And people on Amazon, people see competing products directly under the listing. On your own website, you're not going to have competing products, so that's not a worry. It's all about how you brand the product, how your ads are. And a great way to really get that going is by watching my videos, and especially my ads videos, especially my long Shopify 2-hour tutorial that I've got on my channel. I think it's like 2.5 hours. Super helpful. It has over 5.6 million views. You can find that in the playlist below. But yeah, if you combine these methods here, the Ecom Radar, the Amazon movers and shakers, as well as the Rabbithole, and you do this for an hour, 2 hours, and do this a few nights, right now during the next 7 days, just do this for a few nights, maybe 3 or 4 nights. I guarantee you that you will find a potentially successful product that will go on to make you money, and that will go on to allow you to achieve freedom, and will go on to basically allow you to build a successful business you're going to be proud of, and that's going to allow you to travel and live an amazing life. So these are some of my favorite product research techniques on Shopify for finding successful products to sell. If you enjoyed this video and you want to start a successful Shopify business, you want to make passive income, then I invite you to join us in the Shopify Freedom course. It's the absolute best investment you can make. It's a proven course. It has generated thousands of success stories, which I have a lot of them on my channel, and I'm interviewing more and more successful students every single month, every single week. Super excited about that. It shows you every single step that you need to build a successful 6 to 7-figure business on Shopify, giving you passive income and location independence, which is something that I've been able to achieve myself by getting into e-commerce, by getting into Amazon FBA and Shopify. I created this course several years ago, and what really makes it special is the branded dropshipping method that I teach, which nobody else teaches. If you see anybody online on YouTube talking about branded dropshipping, I literally created this strategy, and then they went on and they copied me, which is fine. I always invite improvements to my strategy. There's a lot of people out there teaching a lot of really get-rich-quick Shopify methods. They're not really teaching how to build an actual Shopify business that's going to make you between 5 to 10K a month consistently for years to come. What they're really teaching is just hot product, this and that, gimmicky products. With branded dropshipping, it's totally different. We're actually learning how to build a successful business that's long-term, where you have an actual brand. You can grow it to a valuation just like we did with one of our brands, Broday. We grew it to a $1 million valuation just recently. And what I mean by valuation is when you're building a business, you're building something that has intrinsic value. It's not like a 9-to-5 job where you're just getting paid an hourly wage to sell your time for money. When you're building a business, not only are you making that monthly cash flow, but you're also building something that has intrinsic value and has a valuation. Typically, it's between 3 to 5x yearly revenue, or can be as high as 5 to 10x yearly profit. So you can join the Shopify Freedom course at the link below. It literally shows you everything step by step, brand the dropshipping, how to build a successful Shopify business. No BS, no fluff. You get lifetime unlimited access to the course, as well as the mentorship with myself and our team of successful verified 6 to 7-figure sellers. In the description below, you'll also find a case study on how we grew a new brand from zero all the way up to a $1 million valuation and 6 to 7 figures in sales. It's called the Freedom Blueprint. So depending on the time that you watch this video, you'll find that down below as well. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. It's my mission to create the absolute best e-commerce content for you guys out there, the best entrepreneurship content. You can also add me on Instagram at Dan Bass. It's the best way to reach me. I answer DMs. It's a great way to talk to my audience. And there's also the link to my podcast down below, which I release a new episode 3 times a week. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Good luck.